Hi, I'm Tristin, and I'm a Lifestyle 1 student. So my testimony is pretty wild. I gave my life to the Lord at about 3-4 years old. My dad was not walking with the Lord, so my family strayed away. At about 19, I had an encounter with Christ after being a heavy drug user. Dropped out of college, was having a lot of demonic experiences, doing acid and a lot of things like that. Fast forward, I'm 23 now, so about 21, 22, I was getting kicked out of churches for worshiping too heavy and just having a lot of resistance, not knowing what was happening, not knowing if I was really, crazy or going after God or what. I got engaged, and about a year and a half into the engagement, we decided to sleep together. So we did that intentionally, knew what was going to happen, or there was a possibility of a child. Took off to Hawaii on a wanderlust. In the midst of the whole Hawaiian adventure, we started to fall apart. Came home, found out that she was pregnant, and in the midst of 4 months into pregnancy, she left me and cut me out of the relationship and cut off, all contact. So that was the beginning of this year, the beginning of last year, 2018. And July 7th, my son was born. I was not in contact with his mother due to her wishes, and I was not able to be at his birth. And just a lot there. I wasn't able to be at his birth, and I didn't know who he was or who she was at that point where she had turned so much. Fast forward again, September 25th, I was back into using drugs really heavily, started smoking a lot of weed, ended up moving out of my dad's place based on a lot of things he said about being selfish with my child. And so September 25th, I was back to smoking weed. I turned away from the Lord, lost my child rights, went and lived in a drug house, and in the midst of that, I was selling a lot of drugs, seeing young women do cocaine with a married man when his wife was upstairs, a bunch of really disgusting stuff. And fast forward again, there was a drug raid. Out of the Lord's mercy, they took everything from me. They took all the dirty money, so they did me a favor. And then the Lord pulled me out. I showed up in a parking lot in my hometown for $300. And he says, go to your mom's house. So instead of going out west like I wanted to, where my sister lives in Oregon, I took off to my mom's house, showed up at her door. And about 6 weeks went by, probably 6 or 8 weeks, where I was sitting at her house. I went from high and not eating, totally demonized, full of demons, and just not eating, losing, lost about 20 pounds. 8 weeks, probably 6 weeks. She has started to help me get free of these demons. I started to seek the Lord again, and he took me out. I missed the acceptance date by 2 days, but Chip Payne had been walking with me through the engagement, and I called him based on my mom's word to just go for it, and he let me in. I came down here, and since I've been here, I've been delivered of a bunch of spirits, totally turned around, and when I tell this testimony to people, they have literally no idea that that I've had this kind of life before. So my life is totally different, totally changed.